Okay folks, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if we can turn this one into a treat. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have here a fish. What is it? It is a brooch. Is it a brooch or a badge? I think it's more of a brooch. You call it a brooch. So this is a brooch of a fish, a fishy looking brooch. I'm going to make it into a movement piece. So we're going to move it around while the lamp is moving. Don't know how that turned out. Yeah, looks like it's got potential, but I don't know. I do like that little bit there. Maybe we'll do another one, folks. Don't know how that turned out. Yeah, that's a lot nicer. That's what we want. That's good. We're going to utilise that. We're going to make something out of that. So I'm just going to put this aside. We're going to redonate it. So I'm going to give it away to an op shop, which is where I got it from. So I'm going to move it up a bit and I'm going to enlarge it down. So I'm going to, folks. So I'm just going to overlap it a bit on the top, overlap the edge heaps. Yeah, that's come up looking really quite nice, actually. Wondering if I should maybe leave it like that, or maybe I'm just thinking maybe I could cut it down like that, but it looks nice. I don't know whether I should maybe cut it there or maybe just leave it like that. We're going to make it less on the horizontal. Make that 120 by 120. Yeah, that's a little bit better. We got that away from the edge, but I think we might have to enlarge it just a little bit just to get that a bit closer to the edge to make it look better. I do think. Or I'm still getting a bit of bee in my bonnet, thinking I'd like to extend that. I do think so. I've got a bit of, yeah, it's a bit of a bee in my bonnet, folks. So to speak, that old saying. You've heard that saying, folks. Bee in your bonnet, to get something sort of that's really causing you to feel compelled, or it's hard to explain that phrase, having a bee in your bonnet, having something that you just have to address. Okay, it's the horizontal we're going to concentrate on now. So going to make it 230, we're going to keep that there. Yeah, it's like I have to do it this way. I can't stop thinking about, well, maybe this will be the way to go. So I've got to be in my bonnet about this. And that does look better. That does. Maybe I could move it across even further to make it look even better. So we're going to considerably move it across quite a bit. I think that should be about it. Yeah, that looks more interesting. Do wonder if maybe I should lift it up a little bit further, because it's a bit low, it's skimming a bit too low, and I might want to move it across. Maybe it's too far across, so I'm going to just make some positioning adjustments. So I'm going to slide it across, and I'm going to push it considerably, but not too far, hopefully, up. So I'm just going to push it up and across and see what happens. Yeah, I just put a new micro SD card in this phone. I was using a small one, a relatively small one, which only had 32 gigabytes, but that's too small for what I'm doing. So I'm really glad I just purchased another. I have a whole bunch of these small micro SD cards that I bought a while back, but I think I'm just going to keep them as for holiday snaps and stuff like that, rather than using them for my demos, because these demos do take up a lot of data, and I don't want to basically have to keep changing the cards every week or so, every 2 weeks or whatever, however often, and there's just not enough room. So I'd rather go and use the 128 gigabyte cards, and that looks good, but we need to enlarge it further down now. But that looks really quite interesting. I do think it has, yeah, we've got it up a bit high. Maybe move it a bit higher up again, and just enlarge it further down. Maybe we can slide it back across just a fraction and just push it up just a little bit, just a tiny bit, and that should hopefully work. And then we're just going to readjust the enlargement for the vertical. So the vertical will now become 130. Yeah, that looks really quite nice. I do like the way that's gone to the edge, and that looks really nice in the corner there. I think we can't get much better than this. I don't know if this is going to actually be a good one, come to think of it, because there's going to be like all the actions there. Well, we'll see anyway, folks. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say, folks. And there's always and when I'm doing this artwork, there's always a chance that something's not going to work as either as planned, or it just turns out to be what I call a bum note, a failed demo, something that I'm dissatisfied with. And it often happens with images that are not really suitable for this. It's always a gamble, trying to. Sometimes I do originals that really are difficult to work with inherently. So, because just face it, these things are not designed for the photocopier. You don't buy a brooch normally to use it like I'm doing it. You put it on your shirt or your dress, and that's it. You don't put it on the photocopier and do funny jackassy things. But that's the fun of this artwork, is the unpredictable and the often surprising successes that you often get when you do venture into unfamiliar or uncharted territory, so to speak. So these are the two mirrored versions to put together. It's a bit curly with this. Even though the weather's been dry pretty much for the past couple of days or so. I can't remember, but anyway, that's come up looking better than I thought. There you go. I think we can now call this demo quits.